Sandy Lane today, a small residential area on the edge of the bustling new town of Skelmersdale. Apart from a small shopping parade, Sandy Lane is mostly residential. But before the new town, Sandy Lane quite simply was Skelmersdale. Millie Tootles, Swifts, Noreen Shaws, all names etched into Skem folklore. And this is the place we remember, Sandy Lane, the heartbeat of old Skem. One old Skemmer who has a lot of memories about Sandy Lane is Margaret Green, a former Skelmersdale Urban District Councillor. Margaret has fond memories of it from her childhood.
I know we could go out and buy everything from a pair of combs, a pair of socks, hats, caps, scarves, gloves, everything except special dresses.
Right, but even the co-op had decent things, didn't they? You wanted something a bit special.
Yeah.
It was right around the corner.
Yeah, the clothes, groceries, butcher. Something. Did they have something to do with shoes? Oh yes, they had shoes on Sandy Lane itself, didn't they? Yeah. Two chemists, two doctors.
At one time.
Yeah.
Well, my very, very first memory of Sandy Lane was living on the left-hand side of Sandy Lane, coming down Sandy Lane. And we had a little shop there, but I can't remember much about it. But I can just remember living there. That my dad had as a temperance bar and sweet shop. And I remember living there because I was 5 when we left there, and I started school while we were living there. And then I went for 12, we all met, for 12 months to live on White Moss, on the White Moss Colliery House, with my Auntie Mary, my dad's sister. We lived there for 12 months, and I thought that they were looking for a new house for us. Actually, the old house at the corner, which is no more, was being renovated and modernised. So I was 6 when we moved there, and I moved here because of the new town. When we were going from here to go to shopping, we always said, I'm going up Skem. I'm going up Skem to do my shopping. And we said, I'm going up Skem. Oh, will you bring me such and such a thing, Mum? Are you there? You know, because I was either at school or working, whichever, you know. And, oh yeah, I mean, that was our main shopping area, and you could get anything from a pin to a piano, like we say. You really, truly could. You truly could. Yeah. I mean, now, well, you go to the concourse and hope you get what you're going for. You know, you really do. Skem's not Skem anymore, sadly.
Well, it was the only really shopping street. Ormskirk Road was residential, and when you got to the end of Ormskirk Road and the bottom of Sandy Lane, if you went along Clayton Street, that also was residential. There was a chip shop and a grocery shop in Clayton Street, but there was not really any shops in Ormskirk Road. So then you went up Sandy Lane, shops were on both sides, various offices and things on either side. Then when you got to the top and turned into Liverpool Road going right, there were a few shops in the first 150 to 200 yards, and then again it was residential, and going into High Street, which was like a big capital I. So that Sandy Lane was the upright, and you've got Ormskirk Road, Clayton Street, Liverpool Road and High Street. There was the odd one again there was a doctor's surgery, and there was Ann Street or the next one to Ann Street had a shop there, but basically Sandy Lane was the only shopping area in Skelmersdale.
But it was more than that, wasn't it? It was the hub of Skem, wasn't
Well, yes,
it?
it had the town hall next to the War Memorial we talked about. The town hall was there, the War Memorial was there. Like I say, I'm fairly certain there was a registrar there at one time. It was, you know, basically the sort of centre. And on a Sunday night, nobody would do this now, your generation wouldn't do it. On a Sunday night, you know, after they've been to church, the young lads and lasses would walk up on the from the bottom of Sandy Lane. They'd walk up on the right-hand side of Sandy Lane, turn right into Liverpool Road. Along there, they would come to Brumlow Pass, as we called it, Brumlow Road now. They'd turn down there, along the bit of Onscombe Road, and do a circulation, you see. And some of them would go in one direction, some would go in the other, and you sort of give the eye. So it was a courting place on a Sunday night.
Right then.
Right.
Are you going to tell me your memories of Sandy Lane?
Well, the famous ones was everybody walking up and down when they were young, weren't they? Down from the pads, up the Liverpool Road, down from the pads, back down Onscombe Road.
That was in the evenings though.
Yeah. Well, there was all sorts. We used to go up down the bunk and up to the meeting like everyone else. And a lot of my mates lived round there, Spear Street and Pheasant's Chip Shop. There's a couple of their sons, you know.
You know where you lived?
Yeah.
Wasn't it part of the, is it the Sturker or the Striker Arms?
I forget the name. Jean knows the name. I don't know it.
But you lived in...
Florence, Mrs. Webb lived in one half, and my mum and dad and we lived in the other. But it was a pub. It used to be a
Originally.
pub. Yeah, and that bank used to come I can't remember now, was it 3 times a week from Onscombe? Used to come in a taxi and then do their job during the day, and about 4 o'clock they'd come back and with all the takings, and they used to take it back to the main bank in Onscombe. That's what they used to do, yeah. Did it for years until, and then TSB moved into Billy Nelson's shop, next to clock shop there, wasn't it? Next to Mr. Cook's place, and then they used to do the same. They used to come, Mr. Farrington was first manager there, and he finished up manager in the one which used to be outside the post office, you know, in Sandy Lane.
You know where you lived?
Yeah.
Behind what was Nancy Hart's?
That shop.
There used to be a slaughterhouse at one time.
Many years ago it was. It certainly was. And I think really it was more or less behind Mr. Lamb's chemist.
Right.
Down there, you know, that yard there. But there was a big shed all the way down as you come through the entry. There was a big shed all the way down to the bottom. And then there was a wall at the back of the shed all the way down, dividing Mr. Lamb's from where we were, you know. And I know they used to kill pigs there because Florence is in Beacon View now. My cousin from Rochdale, when they were little, young girls, they used to go and buy the potatoes for the pigs, and they always used to go and pinch a few and eat them. She always remembered on
The
that.
potato that was for the pigs.
Yeah, we said they were lovely. She said they were lovely. The only small ones.
Yeah.
And she said, odd times you used to nip in and pin, you know, pinch them. She asked Jean, she remarked on it many a time. Yeah. She's Rigby now, you know.
So you lived right near two originally old pubs, didn't you?
Yeah, well, Skelmersdale was on the right corner, wasn't
But
it?
Lamb's Chemist was a pub at one time, wasn't it?
So I believe, I don't know the name of it.
It was the Brown Cow.
Was it Brown Cow? Miss Wally's next door. Miss Wally, yeah.
What do you remember about her?
Well, I didn't go in there so often. I used to go in Ralph Pierce's pretty often for, you know, the vegetables and one thing and another. And then I used to go in Watkinson's paper shop, of course. And then it finished up.
And that was a pub at one time as well.
Yeah,
you
so
know.
they're all pubs.
I think Sandy Lane was a house and a pub, a house and a pub.
What's the name was a pub, you know, Tootle's House. Tootle's House around corner Davis's. You know what Davis's
Yeah,
chips
oh
are?
yes, it was the Crown.
That was a pub.
It was the Crown
Yeah.
Hotel, right.